Good morning. I just woke up. I'm going to attempt to record a little bit of my journey in fasting. My face looks really puffy and tired. I just did wake up, but also whenever I gain weight, it's always in my arms and my face. And when I do lose weight, I lose them from my arms and from my face. So this is what I've come to expect. I have done fasting before, and I did it for a very long time, about 7, 8 months, and then I got pregnant with my youngest, and so I did stop doing that. It's been a struggle to get back into it. There's times where I will have a successful length of time that I'm completing it, and then something in life just kind of happens. And right now, we are in um, a voluntary quarantine. We stay at home because of what's going on in the world right now. I'm not going to get into the details. I think everybody knows what's going on. And, but, anyways, so I am about 14 hours and 45 minutes into my fast. I wasn't really starting it. Um, I didn't really have a plan to restart it today, but I just remembered that I did not eat around 8 p.m. And I was like, you know what? I might as well just get back into it. And with my kids, they're doing e-learning from home, so kind of like homeschooling them due to schools closing. So I figured I'm in a controlled situation where I can, I'm not rushing off to do home errands and places to be and appointments to be. So this should be a good time for me to get back into my regular fasting and and kickstart into better eating habits and whatnot. And I felt really good. It's been almost um, over a year now since I was able to fast regularly because I had a very high risk pregnancy as well, so that was added stress. But I'm hoping to have my face kind of go down in weight. Um, but yeah, so today is it's a Tuesday. I don't know what date it is. I believe it is March 24th or something. I'll correct myself if need be. But I decided I'm using an app called Life. I used to use Vora and now I use Life. But I decided to start that app for the countdown, and I have set it for 16 hours since I usually do 16 to 18 hours when I was fasting regularly and daily. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'll let you guys know if I do succeed in, reaching that as I check in. But for now, my go-to whenever I would be starting or just trying to hold off from eating is I would drink some green tea. No sugar, nothing added. Just drink it while it's hot or warm. And this is just a Kroger brand, nothing special. Um, I know some people might think that if you drink anything else besides water, it'll break your fast. But when I was doing my fasting, I had done some research and read up that drinking green tea by itself was fine. It wouldn't take you off of your or kick you out of fasting. And so that's what I did last time, and I just know that it worked for me, and so I'm going to continue doing that because it's what's worked for me. So if you find something that's worked for you and you're still losing inches and pounds, then that's great. But okay, let me know if you have any tips on extending your fasting sessions. Also, I had read that some people might not be able to make it to the finish line when it comes to fasting because they're not eating enough fats to hold them over. So think of avocado or thinking almonds. Before I would start my fast, I would just eat a handful of almonds, and that's also healthy for you, for your gut. So, but okay, I'll check in later and hope that I can continue um, this into the next day because the first 3 days are always the hardest, they say, and I've experienced it too. And after the third day, you do feel a little bit, at least for me, I did feel a little bit more energized and clear thinking because my body was settling into a routine schedule for fasting. All right, good luck. So I just finished my 16-hour fast, and my approach to this is going to be like I'm new to it and I'm just going to ease into it. So I know they say once you start, and it's true, once you start fasting on a regular basis, you do start to kind of look at what you're eating and you start to decide what you're going to eat because after a while your system kind of clears up. I mean, your gut system. And whenever you eat something, at least for me, your system just wants to clear it out right away. So, but I just finished my fast, like I said, and I'm just going to be eating. Basically, I'm going to be eating anything that I want. And that's what attracted me in the beginning of the fasting lifestyle change because when I started, I wasn't trying to um, cut out everything in my life. I still had rice then. I still ate like normal. I just ate it earlier versus throughout, the whole day, 3 meals a day. I would just kind of try to eat as much as I could after my fasting ended, which would be like later in the morning or in the afternoon. And I'm so sorry for the audio because I forget that my hand tends to cover the microphone part of my phone. So, and my kids are in the background, but I am a mom. So, what I'm gonna probably drink right now is just these little probiotics. It's like you can get it at the Asian or Mexican grocery stores. They're called Yakult. I grew up with this when I was younger. And I'm probably gonna maybe make some eggs. My son made some omelets and he had some leftover eggs. Excuse me, not eggs, but vegetables that I'm just gonna cook with it. So I wish I could flip my camera around, but let me see. This is what it looks like. I just told him to put it back on the cutting board. Okay, so, but yeah, that's my breakfast. And like I said, this vlog is just more for me to keep myself accountable and just remembering all the tips and tricks that I learned from fasting. I might sprinkle that in. And if anybody that's just struggling, and I'm never going to judge you because I've been there before. I've been there where I was consistent and then I wasn't consistent. So, all right. So I made it to my day one of fasting, and hopefully the audio will get better. I'm just trying to do this on the fly because if I don't, I'm just never going to get it out and maybe miss an opportunity to possibly help someone that might be like, oh, can a regular mom who's busy do this or whatnot? All right. Hey guys, I just left the store Kroger here. I had to pick up some medicine for my little guy. He really needed it. And with everything going on, the dental office that we go to is closed unless it's an emergency, and it's becoming an emergency for one of his little tooth. But I got him some medicine, went through the drive-through, and picked it up that way. But anyways, my experience, I started my fasting around, I want to say 6 or around 7:19 p.m. tonight. So I'm going to try to do 16 hours again tomorrow, but right now I'm not sure if it's just the weather change. I get headaches with the weather change, but also when I did do fasting the first time, I experienced headache and just feeling lethargic and very tired. So that's the deal right now, is that I'm having a headache, and I'm hoping it will pass. I'm hoping it'll pass. I'm sorry, there's people walking by and my headache is just like creeping up right behind my left eye. So they say that when you fast, you may get a headache, and for me, I'm assuming it's the headache and the fasting, and also the weather change. Like I said, I get very bad headaches when that happens, when the weather changes slightly from it's cold and then it warms up and then all of a sudden it gets cold again, or just stepping in and out of the home where it might be heated and then heading outside. It really hurts me. I'm sure I know a few people that are like that too. But I just wanted to recap that I made it to 16 hours today, and then I decided to stop my feeding time, as I call it, at 7:19 p.m. tonight, because prior to that I wanted to end it at 3 p.m., but I got tired, and then I couldn't remember when I stopped eating, because I did kind of stop eating, and then I was like, you know what, I want to try to eat a little bit more. That way I can, I'll be able to go into the next fasting session for day 2 for tomorrow. But right now I am currently fasting, and it was not 7:19, I'm sorry. I'll have to insert the time, but anyways, I started fasting. So that is my experience for day 1. I'm really tired, and I tend to move my body a lot slower when I am fasting. Too much movement, just too much energy used. And it was nice to get out, but being out here in this weather right now, it's not extremely cold, but it's just cool. After having been inside the house where it's kind of warm, kind of hurts my head a little bit more. But I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow, and I'm thinking that I will just put all my little snippet videos into one video, and that way it's not so many little short videos on YouTube. But yeah, good luck and happy fasting to everyone. And I'm looking splotchy. The windshield has all these rain spots on it, but and it's not a filter, and I don't have freckles. All right, have a good night, everyone. Bye. Hey guys, I am back home. I have a headache. I'm not sure if I should let it go through or take medicine. I usually try to avoid taking medicine. My hair looking like a mess. I just got it out of my jacket. But anyways, I forgot to take my multivitamins that I usually take, and some vitamin D here. And so I'm going to take it. I don't know if it's going to break my fast, but I need to stay healthy and get a little bit of energy, so that's what I'm going to take. And hopefully it doesn't break my fast, but I'm hoping a little boost of some vitamins and whatnot will help me feel a little bit more energized and feel a little bit better. But